You guys, listen up, we're talking business goals today. The lifeblood of any successful venture. You can't just wing it and hope for the best. That's like throwing spaghetti at the wall and praying it sticks. Without clear goals, you're flying blind. You need a roadmap, a direction, a North Star to guide your every move. Otherwise, you're just wasting time, energy, and resources. This video is your playbook to crushing it in the business world. We're diving deep into 10 insanely actionable ways to define your goals with laser-sharp clarity. So, buckle up, grab your notebooks, and get ready to level up your business game. Let's kick things off with a classic SMART goals. You've probably heard of them, but trust me, they're more than just a buzzword. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Each element is crucial for creating goals that actually move the needle. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't just start laying bricks without a blueprint, right? SMART goals are your blueprint for success. So, ditch the vague aspirations and get granular. Instead of saying, I want to grow my business, say I want to increase website traffic by 20% in the next quarter. See the difference? Specificity is key, my friends. It's the difference between aiming for a bullseye and just hoping to hit the target. When you're specific, you know exactly what you're working towards. There's no room for ambiguity or confusion. Let's say your goal is to increase brand awareness. Don't just leave it at that. Specify how you'll measure it: social media engagement, website traffic, press mentions. The more specific you are, the more focused your efforts will be, and the better your results. Remember, clarity breeds success. Alright, entrepreneurs, let's talk vision. What's the big picture? What impact do you want to make on the world? Your business goals shouldn't exist in a vacuum. They need to be deeply intertwined with your overall vision. Think of them as stepping stones leading you towards that ultimate goal. If your vision is to revolutionize the fashion industry, your goals should reflect that. Maybe it's launching a sustainable clothing line or partnering with ethical factories. When your goals are aligned with your vision, you create a powerful sense of purpose. Every action you take becomes a step towards something bigger than yourself. Remember why you started this journey in the first place. What were you passionate about? What problem were you determined to solve? Your vision and goals should be fueled by that initial spark. Don't chase trends or copy what others are doing. Stay true to your why. When your goals are aligned with your core values and passions, you'll be amazed at the energy and motivation you'll bring to the table. So take some time to reflect on your vision and make sure your goals are in complete harmony with it. Trust me, it's a game changer. You guys, we live in a world obsessed with likes and follows for a reason. Okay, maybe not for the best reason, but still, it proves a point. We instinctively get that numbers matter. It's the same with your business goals. You gotta measure. Look, if you can't track it, you can't improve it. It's not about vanity metrics here. This is about understanding what's working and what's not. What gets measured gets managed. Think of it like this. You wouldn't just blindly throw spaghetti at the wall and hope some of it sticks, right? No, you'd taste, you'd adjust, you'd make sure it's cooked al dente. Measurement is your taste test for success. It gives you the data you need to pivot, to double down, to iterate your way to the top. No more guessing games, alright? Let the numbers guide you. Let me give you an example. Let's say your goal is to increase brand awareness. Throwing up a bunch of random posts and hoping for the best? That's not a strategy. That's just hoping for a miracle. Instead, track those engagement metrics. How many likes, shares, comments are you getting? What's the reach of your content? Use that data to understand what resonates with your audience. Then double down on what's working and ditch what's not. That's how you make data-driven decisions, my friends. It's about being smart, being strategic, and using the information at your fingertips to your advantage. Remember, data isn't just for tech companies, it's for every single one of you hustling out there. Embrace it, learn from it, and watch your business grow. Alright, listen up. I'm all about hustle. I'm all about dreaming big, about pushing yourself further than you ever thought possible. But, and this is a big but, your goals have got to be grounded in reality. Setting unrealistic goals is like setting yourself up for disappointment, and trust me, nobody needs more of that in their lives. It's like saying, you're gonna go from couch potato to marathon runner overnight. Not gonna happen, right? Start with small wins, build momentum. You wanna run a marathon? Start with a mile, then 2, then 5. Break down those massive goals into bite-sized, achievable steps. That's how you build confidence. That's how you stay motivated. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your empire. Be patient, put in the work, and the results will follow. Look, I get it. We all want to be crushing it on a massive scale, but the truth is, success is a marathon, not a sprint. And marathons are won 1 mile at a time. Every small win, every milestone you hit, it fuels your fire. It gives you the energy and the motivation to keep pushing, to keep grinding. So, celebrate those wins. Acknowledge your progress, no matter how small it might seem, because those small wins, they add up to big results over time. Remember, entrepreneurship is a journey, not a destination. Enjoy the ride, embrace the challenges, and celebrate every single victory along the way. Let me tell you something, you ready for this? Procrastination is the death of ambition. You can have all the dreams in the world, but without a deadline, they're just that, dreams. Adding a time constraint injects urgency into your goals. It forces you to prioritize, to focus, to get things done. It's like that extra shot of espresso in your morning coffee. It wakes you up and gets you moving. Think about it. If you're training for a marathon, you have a race day circled on the calendar, right? That deadline pushes you, it motivates you to stick to your training plan. It's the same with your business. Set deadlines, create a sense of urgency, and watch your productivity soar. Now, setting a time frame doesn't mean rushing the process. It's about creating a roadmap, a timeline for achieving your goals. Let's say you want to launch a new product. Don't just say someday. Set a launch date, then work backward. Break down the process into smaller, manageable tasks and assign deadlines to each one. This creates accountability, it keeps you on track, and it prevents you from getting overwhelmed. Remember, clarity breeds action. The more specific you are with your timelines, the more likely you are to achieve your goals. So, set those deadlines, stick to them, and watch your vision come to life. Alright, entrepreneurs, hustlers, business badasses, we're talking goal setting, and let me tell you, setting goals is just the first half of the game. It's like showing up to the court you haven't even played yet. The real magic, the real sauce, comes from reviewing those goals. Not just glancing at them, but really digging in, understanding what's working, what's not, and why. This is how you separate the players from the spectators. You gotta treat your goals like a living, breathing thing. The market changes, your audience evolves, you evolve. You can't be afraid to adjust, to pivot, to double down, or even to scrap something that's not working. This is about winning, and winning means constant adaptation. So set a schedule, put it in your calendar, and stick to it. No excuses, no BS, just pure, unadulterated hustle. Now you're probably wondering, Gary, how often are we talking about here? And look, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. You gotta find what works for you and your business. But if you're just starting out, I'm talking fresh out of the gate, review your goals every single week. Yeah, you heard me right, weekly. As things progress, you can adjust to monthly or quarterly reviews. But remember, the more often you check in, the more agile you are, the faster you can course correct, and the better your chances of crushing it. And don't forget, document everything. Write down your wins, your losses, your learnings. This is how you build a playbook for success, a roadmap to greatness. No shortcuts, just hard work and constant iteration. Listen up, entrepreneurs. This next point is crucial. Your team. They're the lifeblood of your business, the engine that drives your vision forward. You can't expect them to be all stars if they don't even know the game plan, right? Involving your team in the goal-setting process isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a must-have. It creates buy-in, it fosters ownership, and it unleashes a whole new level of passion and commitment. Think about it. When people feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves, when their voices are heard and their contributions are valued, they're going to bring their A-game every single day. It's about building a culture of collaboration, a tribe of passionate individuals all rowing in the same direction. That's how you create a movement, that's how you build an empire. Now, I'm not saying you have to have your entire team huddled in a room for hours on end, debating every single goal. There are different ways to get them involved. You can hold brainstorming sessions, get their input on specific objectives, or even just have open and honest conversations about the direction of the company. The key is to make sure everyone understands the why behind the goals. What are we trying to achieve? Why is it important? How does it tie back to our overall vision? When everyone is on the same page, magic happens. Trust me, the energy, the synergy, the results, it's all amplified when you have a team that's fully invested in the mission. Alright, entrepreneurs, let's talk about documentation. I know it sounds boring, right? But trust me on this one, it's more important than you think. You see, our minds are powerful, but they're also incredibly good at forgetting things. We get caught up in the day-to-day hustle, we get distracted, and suddenly, those crystal clear goals we set for ourselves become a distant memory. That's where documentation comes in. When you write down your goals, you're not just creating a to-do list, you're solidifying your commitment, you're making a promise to yourself. And that, my friends, is powerful. It's about accountability, it's about clarity, it's about having a constant reminder of what you're working towards. So ditch the excuses, grab a notebook and start writing. Now, documentation isn't just about jotting down a few random thoughts on a napkin. We're talking about creating a system, a framework that will keep you on track and laser-focused. Use spreadsheets, use project management tools, use whatever works best for you. The key is to have a central location where you can track your progress, celebrate your wins, and learn from your setbacks. And don't be afraid to get granular. Break down those big, hairy, audacious goals into smaller, more manageable milestones. This will make the journey less daunting and give you a sense of accomplishment along the way. Remember, success leaves clues. By documenting your journey, you're creating a roadmap for future success, not just for yourself, but for your team, for your business, for your legacy. Alright entrepreneurs, let's talk about the short game. You need to be thinking about those quick wins, those one-yard gains that keep the momentum going. These are your short-term goals. Maybe it's hitting a monthly sales target, launching a new product feature, or finally getting around to cleaning up your email list. These small victories add up, they build confidence, and they keep you in the game. But don't think for a second that the short game is all that matters. Remember, we're playing for the long haul here. You need those long-term goals to provide direction, to keep your eyes on the prize. Think about where you want your business to be in 5, 10, even 20 years. What's the big vision? What legacy are you building? Your long-term goals, that's your North Star, guiding every decision you make. It's about building a brand, creating a legacy, and making a real impact in the world. Now here's the thing, a lot of people set these massive, audacious goals and then they get overwhelmed. They get paralyzed by the sheer scale of it all. Don't let that happen to you. Break those long-term goals down into smaller, bite-sized chunks. What can you do today, this week, this month to move you closer to that ultimate vision? Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your business empire. Stay patient, stay persistent, and keep those long-term goals in mind as you hustle for those short-term wins. Listen up. Entrepreneurship is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a grind, it's a hustle, and it's easy to get bogged down in the day-to-day. That's why it's so important to celebrate your wins along the way. When you hit a milestone, no matter how big or small, take the time to acknowledge it. Celebrate your successes. It could be a team lunch, a bonus for your employees, or even just taking a moment to appreciate how far you've come. Celebrating your wins isn't just about feeling good, although that's definitely a bonus. It's about building momentum, maintaining motivation, and creating a positive feedback loop that will fuel your future success. Remember, success breeds success. When you acknowledge your achievements, you reinforce the behaviors and actions that got you there. You're basically telling your brain, hey, this worked, let's do more of that. Celebrating milestones also does wonders for team morale. It shows your team that their hard work is recognized and appreciated, which fosters a culture of achievement and camaraderie. And let's be real, celebrating is fun. It breaks up the monotony, injects some excitement into the daily grind, and reminds you why you started this entrepreneurial journey in the first place. So go ahead, pop that champagne, treat yourself to that fancy dinner, or do whatever it is that makes you feel like the champion you are. You've earned it. Remember, the journey to success is a marathon, not a sprint. Celebrate your wins along the way, keep the energy high, and never stop pushing towards your goals. Alright, entrepreneurs, we just dropped some serious knowledge bombs on you about defining your business goals. We talked about SMART goals, aligning with your vision, setting measurable objectives, and so much more. But here's the thing, none of it matters unless you put it into action. Don't just watch this video and then go back to business as usual. Take what you've learned and apply it. Get clear on your vision, define those goals, write them down, and start making moves. And remember, this is a journey, not a race. Celebrate your wins, learn from your setbacks, and never stop hustling. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button, drop a comment below, and subscribe to the channel for more game-changing content, and as always, keep crushing it.